right, we're live now.
Great.
So waiting to 6:08. We have 4 more minutes to get people to join.
That's right.
Let's see, hold on. All right, it's time. Can you hear me? So good evening, everyone. This, if you are already on the live session, you can react to your favorite emojis while we get to know the guest speaker. So Koblo, can we meet you? I would like to introduce yourself to the audience once again. What do you do? Where are you based? What is your professional journey? Before we go to the professional journey, okay?
All right. Thank you, Maladi. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. My name is Koblo Usani, and I'm a data science and AI enthusiast.
Okay.
I based the I still do some couple of jobs, but
Can you? I can't really hear you clearly. Can you be more audible, please?
okay. Can you hear me now? Is it better?
Yes, it's better now. It's better now.
Okay. My name is Koblo Usani, and I'm a data scientist. Uh, and an AI enthusiast. I base in the UK, and yeah, that's it. I work here in the UK and also do some jobs back home in Nigeria.
All right, that's good. It's nice to meet you. Of course, you already know me, and hopefully, our audience will get to know over time. So please, if you are not following Koblo, please do that right now. You can just search for his profile on LinkedIn at Koblo Usani.
Yeah.
So let's go right into discussion. So can you tell us a bit about your background and how you got started in data science? I believe so many people are curious to know that, just as I am right now.
Okay. Thank you, Malati. I think the journey to data science, it for me, it's just part of what I've been doing for a couple of years. I've been a tech enthusiast from when I was 13 years old, and I've actually
Oh wow.
uh, gone through that phase all through in age. And again, being major in a core computer course when I was doing my bachelor's because for me, I felt like computing was quite easy for me. And I don't need a bachelor's to practice in the field, which sort of helped me anyway. My first degree was in industrial chemistry, and also I did my master's also in industrial chemistry in Nigeria before I I did a proper degree in tech, which was in data science and artificial intelligence. But my work experiences has been actually in tech, just related job experiences. So that's been my journey, and I'm hoping to explore more in AI, especially because I'm so much keen about research. So I'm doing a lot of research in AI, using AI for a lot of prognostic search or prognostic solutions and all that.
All right, that's so good to know. I'm really happy about, and I really love to know more about your journey. Because this little introduction already shows that it has been a very exciting ride all the way. So, what initially drew you to data science as a profession? I mean, of all professions, we have different IT profession. So, why data science, if I may ask?
Yeah, I think data is evolving, like it's evolving in a very great and dynamic way right now. I think the whole world is moving into data. Everything is data, and the best time to be a data scientist is right now, I guess, because one, there are a lot of opportunities for you. Every organization needs a data scientist. Every business needs a data scientist. So majorly because of the opportunities and also my drive in research in the field has actually triggered my interest so much in it. And then based on the unlimited capabilities or unlimited things I can do with data science, I think that's a good reason why I actually chose data science as a profession.
All right, can you hear me, Koblu? I want to
Yes,
be sure
absolutely.
our audience can hear us.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
All right. Please, if you are listening and you're on the live session right now with us and you can't hear us, you can just drop a comment. Let us know if we're audible enough. Thank you, guys. So, what kind of educational background do you have, and how has it helped in your data science career? Like your
Okay.
educational background and how it helps your career.
All right. As I said earlier, I have my bachelor's in industrial chemistry. Also, I have a master's degree in industrial chemistry as well. and I had a CGP of about 4.75 over 5%, and that's because of my interest in chemistry. And before I moved into the proper education in tech, I've done a lot of professional programs, not in the university though, but I have a lot of certifications not in the university, because that's the good thing about tech. You don't need a degree in tech to be a professional in tech. You just have to take a lot of professional program projects,
Yes.
which are very much available online, and you take advantage of that. And then because of your zeal and passion and enthusiasm in the area, you'll be the best in the field without any college degree or whatever you want to think about. So for me, I think that was sort of because of my interest in chemistry, I had to pursue that as what I felt like this was the best thing for me. But I've never worked in any sector in chemistry before. I've never done any job in chemistry before, because all my job experiences all through my years has always been in tech. And the only reason for me why I did not do a tech degree was because I felt it was easy for me to navigate, and I don't want something simple for my life. I wanted something difficult, and I thought chemistry was difficult, so I conquered that, I guess.
All right. Thank you so much for that. So, what key skills do you think are essential for a data scientist? So, for a data enthusiast, someone that is just trying to start up their journey as a data scientist, so what key skills do you recommend? Do you think it should be like their priority? What they should go for, try to learn and acquire first?
All right, thank you, Molody, for that question. I think just not to scare a lot of people from pursuing a career in data science. Okay, there are so many ways of starting, yeah, in data science. Like number, the simplest way is, I think, knowing your Excel. Like have an interest in Excel. Basically, I think that's the basic thing every data scientist should know. So if you have that, that will be a starting point, like a baseline for you to improve and then take up any programming language like Python. Python is very much very resourceful tool for any data scientist to have. You must at least be good in data in Python. There are so many things you can actually do with Python, and then data science one of them. And every single day, the public community, the data science community is actually improving on every tool that you need. A lot of before now, it takes you so much to be able to do some basic syntaxes or basic processes. That maybe talks about data cleaning, data engineering, data fragmentation, pre-processing, and up to visualization and then building models. But right now, you have so many libraries that can help you do all these things seamlessly. So taking up Python is one of the simplest course. As I said earlier, number one, your Excel. That should be the basics anyway.
Did you
Then
just say
taking up a
Python
program.
is one of the simplest?
Yes,
Are
Python
you
is actually the
serious?
simplest. Well,
Please, who
it's
else
true.
agrees with that? If you agree with
Well,
Koblo, drop a comment. Because I've heard so many people complain about Python. Anyone that most of the people that I've spoken to about pursuing a career in data, they're very comfortable with SQL, Excel, Power BI. But when you start going to Python, like that's like it's a well, I don't know, maybe because of your background. But I would love to know. You mean Python is actually very easy, like the easiest?
yeah, actually, Python is the simplest programming language you ever know, because it communicates with you like a human. Like you don't need a lot of syntax. You don't need to have a lot of algorithms crammed. It's just a way of flows with you. Whatever you just have to know how this works, and maybe you have 1,000 ways of doing the same thing, coming to the same result. That's why it's simple. All right, so It's very easy for me, I think. All right, and then I think another thing to answer your question is R programming language. It's actually a statistical programming language. It's very helpful for you as a data scientist to know how to do or use R. A lot of why is because a lot of statistical tools you can actually do all of them in Python, but having a skill in R also gives you a better edge as well as a data scientist because it helps you with statistical analysis, descriptive statistics, and whatever inferential statistics and so on and so forth. So basically I said Excel, Python, R. You mentioned Power BI. You mentioned Tableau. You have SQL, very much important for you to be able to work with structured data. So you need SQL as well. But because I don't know who is listening to me, I'm not trying to mention a lot of tools. I'm just trying to say, okay, this is where you can start. You can start with your Excel. You can have a lot of people that have landed jobs in data with just Excel, with doing Excel without Python. Actually, possible. Okay, it's just for you to start from there and then build whatever. If you have interest in it, then you can just take up any other programming language. Yeah.
Oh wow. All right. It's good to know. Thank you for educating us on that. I think you have someone that is also supporting your view on that. I think Modina mentioned in the comment
Mm.
section that Python is the simplest. I'm still surprised. Maybe for you
Oh, okay.
guys in the if you already have a strong tech background, probably you're used to programming languages. That may be the simplest actually. Because she mentioned Java, that if you try Java, you will cry. I think I understand from that perspective. But from perspective of people that are new to data, that don't even want to, some people are even looking for no code tech courses, you know. So I
Yeah.
think I understand. So let's go to our next. Do you have something to say to that? I think you wanted to say something.
No, I mean there are so many non-tech, non-code tech field you can explore really. So many, depending on the area where you want to focus in your tech career though. So I guess it's just about interest though.
All right, no problem. Thank you so much for that. So, are there any specific courses or certifications that you recommend for aspiring data scientists? I know so many people would love to know
Oh
that.
yeah, I'm gonna recommend not courses because they have so many platforms where you could have data science courses. Yeah. So these platforms I know I've trusted them for some years, and then depending on the kind of program that you want to run, then I would recommend EDX. EDX has very flexible program structure, especially in Python for data science. They have a good program structure for R for data science. They also have very good program structure for SQL for data science as well. Then they have very good program structure also for Power BI. Then if you're looking for some kind of leverages, and then also for the EDX, they have some free courses as well for a limited number of weeks and months. So you could have access to these programs for free for the first month or thereabout before you start paying for it. So I think those kind of platforms I recommend for anybody that is aspiring to come to the field of data science without looking at going to the college or going for a master's degree or something like that. So EDX, also Coursera is also good. Uh, those ones are, I think, those are the two platforms that you can actually get something good as well. Maybe I share the
All
link
right, thanks.
in the comment later on as the call progress. Yeah.
Yes, we appreciate that. We can share a link. I believe it will benefit so many people. Okay. So, can you walk us through your career journey
Okay.
and some of the roles you've held in data science?
Okay. Uh, the role I currently hold in data science in Nigeria is in the safety team for a construction site. The company we are trying to construct a 6,000 tons per day capacity cement plant that and also build a 50 megawatt captive power plant. It's a huge project. It's actually run by Sinoma. It's a Chinese company that is holding like executing the project. So my job there is to make sure I give analysis for KPIs, especially in the safety team, to know key performance indices for people, for near misses, for kind of safety traits, what kind of things they are supposed to do to make sure that they have zero injuries, zero deaths, record zero deaths. So I sort of manage the entire data for the safety team, and then we always have meetings every weekend to make sure that all the plans we are making talking about, we are actually implementing them. Also, I am engaged in management discussions. I actually have to show presentation slides about uh, how we are performing on a weekly basis before they'll be able to make the next program plan for the week and then subsequent months. And then, yeah, in the UK, I am doing that in the medical field where we are able to analyze and check for disease and then try to check for predictive capabilities, check for prognostic capabilities, check for diagnostic capabilities using data. Right now, well, especially maybe in diabetes and cardiovascular disease, what that means is like I have to train a lot of machine learning models that will be able to read and detect some patterns in some data sets that are already available about people that already have this disease in the past, and then see if these machine learning models can be able to learn and give predictive analysis to for us to decide to know okay, this is how this is working, or this is how much this our model trained model is able to predict future occurrences of this disease without going to the lab to do any experiment. So maybe I can just send you a link where you update your vital, something like your blood pressure, your age, your BMI, your hemoglobin, A1C parameters, and a lot of those kind of parameters. If you update that parameter, the model is able to predict and tell you that, oh, you are likely to have diabetes, you are likely to have any cardiovascular disease or not, based on the parameters you put in, because we have trained this model with so many data from a lot of patients that had the same similar characters, and because it has learned from this data we've trained, it's able to give you prediction of if you are likely to have it or if you are not likely to have it. So for the doctors and nurses in
Well,
our
that's
organization, they will
interesting.
be able to look at that. Yeah, they'll be able to look at that information and know that okay, this is the kind of test we are supposed to recommend. But it gives you a hint about a patient's status before even going to lab. So you don't even need to go to the lab for you to know that somebody has potentials of having diabetes or have diabetes as well. So that's about that.
All right. You even walked us through a lot. Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
so if I may ask, how has the field of data science evolved since you started your career? I believe you have up to like 3 to 4 years of experience working as a data scientist, aside from your 7 years of being in the tech space. So, what do you think is evolving, in data science profession? What are the emerging trends or technologies that you even think will shape the future of data science? We'd love to know.
Well, all right. I think that's a very interesting question because not just data, the world is evolving, everything is evolving, and at a very terrible speed. So for data, it's even running faster than the world, I will say, because
Yes,
the
I
world
agree
is
with
now widely reliant on data. overly reliant on data and everything that is around there, and that is why a lot of research has been done, a lot of investments, a lot of funding has actually been put in place for data researchers, especially the advent of AI. AI has revolutionized the world, it has turned it around, and then the next move is amazing. The next step is what we don't know. The next step is going to be mind blowing, right? And I think over the years, what has really evolved is the ease at which you can be a data scientist, because you have loads and loads and loads of tools that will help you. I can, within 10, let's say 10 minutes, finish a whole analysis, maybe of maybe 200,000, 500,000 data. That wasn't possible in a very long time. I have to go through a lot of different tools before I'll be able to achieve that same result. So right now I have a lot of libraries that help you with statistical analysis, helps you with visualizations, like very detailed visualizations where you have to, before now you have to check for a lot of patterns before you make any conclusion, and so on and so forth. But right now we have these tools available for you, and they work at amazing speed. They just work in seconds, no matter how large the data set is. So those are the things that have actually evolved. And then the implementations of predictive models like machine learning models, deep learning models, that's a big topic on its own. I'm not sure we want to dive into that, because when we go into that, it's going to show you that it's everything is possible right now with AI. I'm not sure there's, like, now we have the advent of ChatGPT, large language model. We have so many large language models that actually can do every single task that you want in seconds, right? It gives you text analysis, gives you, mimics every single thing. Like my last project I did for my company, it's about uh, reading face mask analysis for our employees, because in our company, since it's a construction site, we have some safety personal protective equipment that must be in place. You must wear them before you're allowed entrance to the site. So we have these algorithms that actually um, deployed to the CCTV cameras to detect anybody that does not wear any of these PPEs, like your helmet, like your safety boots, like your reflective vest, your face mask. So if you come through the gate, the CCTV scans your entire body and is able to tell which of these PPEs is not in place. And if it checks, it doesn't give you access. If you have anyone that is missing, it doesn't give you access. So that's how data AI has been able to revolutionize over the years. So I think that's a different topic if we want to go into that. So there are so many tools available that will help you as a data science, and so many. Even in Python, there's so many libraries that will help you in your statistical analysis, in your exploratory data analysis, in your visualization, in your predictive model building, in sort of deployments, in everything. So many.
Thank you so much. Like you've said a lot. Truly, the data space is evolving, and we just have to also be on the move. As data professionals, just as you said, the whole world itself is evolving at a very, very fast pace, and it's very crazy. So we just have to be out there, keeping up, brushing up our skills. You know. All right. Thank you so much for that. So I would like to ask, what advice you would give someone that is just starting out in data science? Someone like me and many other people on the live events that are trying to maybe transition from just being a data analyst to now going a step higher to being a data scientist, or people that are just starting afresh and they just want to start out as a data scientist. So what advice will you give to us?
All right, so let me just say a little about who a data analyst is, a data scientist. I think they pretty much do the same thing. The only difference right now is that a data scientist is able to build predictive models for data science for data sets, right? What that means is uh, having a data set is able to build a model that will be able to predict a pattern, how this model can is going to be flow working, and then is able to deploy that pattern into maybe a web application, a mobile application, whatever it is. So pretty much they do the same thing. They're all involved in checking the patterns available in the data, checking what are the similarities, what are the correlations, what are the whatever you are looking at, and then how does this relate to the problem you are trying to solve or the audience you're trying to address. So pretty much they do the same thing. So for people that are thinking of coming to the data science field, I would recommend that you take things one step at a time. There's a famous adage that says the best time to build or to plant a tree is 5 years ago, and the next best time to plant the tree is now. So you have to start immediately. You don't have to procrastinate. A lot of people say, okay, I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to start the next day. I'm going to start just procrastinating. So I think the first thing you should do is start now, because you only imagine the progress you've made if you have started, right? You can't quantify progress that has not begun. So I think you should make up your mind and say, oh, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to start today. After this call, I'm going to start today. And the first thing you should do is to start with the easy things. Like I said, if you're entirely new to the field, just start by doing some manipulations with Excel. Get resources. There are so many free resources available on the internet, on YouTube, wherever, Coursera, EDX, DataCamp, a lot and lots and lots. So you have so many options. You just have to take up and start something. Then I have to tell you to build a strong foundation, learn the basics, just learn very basics, and then try to focus on a particular thing. A lot of times we as scientists, a lot of times we are caught up in that trap of doing so many things at the same time, and I'm not sure you'll be able to measure your productivity level doing so many things at once. The best thing to do is try to master one thing before you move to the other one. Like now, if your own journey is starting from Excel, try to master Excel. If you're good in it, then you can actually start something else. So if you're already good in Excel, you can start the programming language, which I said earlier is the easiest one, the Python one. You can start with Python. Don't try to do Python and do R at the same time. Just try to say, okay, I'm going to start with Python. I'm giving myself this time frame to look through the basics. And anytime you finish a topic, try to practice it. Try to get some maybe a data set that you want to use to practice what you've learned, and doing that will help you a lot. Then another thing that will encourage people is to continue to engage in learning online courses, boot camps, as I said earlier. Continue every day. It's not something that I have to do today and then I leave it for the next 1 week and then don't go through it again. So it have to be something on a daily basis, something in your leisure. You can always, when you are free, when you are chatty, you have to maybe go through something online on YouTube and you are watching something in that field. I think that's the only way you'll be able to be successful. Also, one thing that actually helped me in my own personal journey is attending conferences. I invest a lot in conferences. I travel so many places. I was supposed to be in US in September for a data science and AI conference, but I have some limitations, so I'll be doing that next year. I've been to so many towns in the UK for conferences. I've been online. I love attending because one, it helps for your networking, also helps you to know the latest trends in your field. So if you're caved in or isolated, you won't know anything that's happening. You won't know that what you know is old. It's not new. What you the knowledge you know before might actually be what is in the past. So you need to be updated by attending conferences. Also try to build a portfolio. By a lot of times when you speak to people about what you've discovered, it helps you remember it more often. So when you always engage with people with what the new knowledge that you've gotten, maybe it could be your family, your friends, people that have like minds, you discuss with them. And also having a mentor in the field is a great thing for any aspiring scientist, be it in data science or whichever field. Have a mentor. The mentor is there for you as a coach, someone that you run to when you have any challenges, even if it's outside data science, but somebody you can discuss what your findings are, what you think maybe the next trend, something that can just guide you all through the way. And then try to practice what you've learned, do some little manipulations, just do some little analysis there and there, get any data set. There are so many free open source data available in Kaggle, so you can get Kaggle, you can go to Kaggle and download any data set, and you also see a lot of data analysis that have already been done on those data sets and practice as well. So I think I should not say so much. I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's a whole lot. I've noted so many things that when I believe when people watch, even subsequent, when you watch this live events, they will still be able to pick up they'll still be able to pick up so many things from what you have shared with us. Thank you so much. So I'd like to ask what habits or practices have helped you succeed in your career and how you manage your work-life balance, especially in a demanding field like data science. So what habits or practices have helped you succeed in your career? We'd like to know, please share with us. And how do you manage your work-life balance?
Well, okay. What I think it's resilience, tenacity, passion, and hard work. Because to be fair, it's not an easy task being in any tech field, whatever it is. Because every single day you need to be up in your game. There is no time you say I'm relaxed, I know everything. So you have to be learning every single time. You have to be learning new things. If not, your student is coming to overtake you and take your job. So you have to evolve in knowledge. So that means you have to learn, you have to practice just like a beginner. So that's the difference between being in the tech. If I'm studying history, I don't think there's any time that history is going to change. Like maybe the time that Nigeria got an independence, I know that it's in 1960. In the next 100 years, it's never going to change, right? so, so I'm not going to say that for data or any tech field, because the knowledge I know yesterday might actually be very obsolete. So I have to learn. I have to keep learning. And then how do I balance my work life? Well, as a data scientist, I think your work life is data. So, but I like the long walks on my own. But in this society that I am in the UK, we do not have that kind of life. We have working life. A lot of times you're always working or doing something because of how the society is. But I like my long walks. It helps me refocus and also wind down. It helps me think about new things and also admire the world, admire the nature. So also like the gym. I do the treadmill once. Yeah, so that's it. I'm not a social person, so I don't think I can't
Obvious.
remember
It's
last
obvious.
I don't remember the last time I went for any social gathering. So my social life is with my laptop and my phone, data and food, and
Oh wow.
I can be well placed for 1 month and bad.
Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah, just give me my laptop, phone, data, all the things I need. If it's available, I don't need the world.
What will you be doing on your laptop? Working or checking social media?
Yeah, no, I'm
How
not
is
a
that your
social
social
media.
life?
I'm not a social media person. Like apart from LinkedIn, I don't think I have any social media. Like, I don't post anywhere else. Even on my profile on WhatsApp, whatever it is, a lot of conferences I go
Oh,
to, and in my job most times you do online your assessments, you do online, everything is online. So the time times you have to meet up with people who are quite small. So
All right, thank you for that. I know you said a lot, but please, this last question. So, what question do you get asked the most about data science?
if it's difficult,
Either from colleagues, from friends, from followers.
I think from followers they ask if it's difficult. Like, is it difficult? Well, it's not difficult. It's something you can start today. And you don't really
Okay.
need any prior knowledge. You just need interest and skill and commitment. So you can start the journey anytime. And then from colleagues, we actually, because I love research, so I love communicating or talking to or engaging people in the field where I want to collaborate with doing some research in different fields. I like to diversify myself as a data scientist. I don't want to be just in the health sector. I want to be I want to do projects or research in retail, in business, in in healthcare, in different fields that concerns data science, right? And also my interest in AI has actually made me to go through almost every sector in life because AI is applicable everywhere. So I think that's what we discussed with my colleagues and my friends.
All right, thank you so much for that. So, I think it's time to get questions from our audience. Does anyone have any questions? Please, if you have a question, feel free to ask in the comments.
Okay.
All right, whilst we're waiting for a question, in case you don't know, Koblo is a Nigerian and is from Cross River State. So don't mind the fact that he's looking like a black American. He's Nigerian, and he travels out of the country to pursue his second master degree. So I believe some people would also love to know if it was very easy for you. How did you apply? What process did you go through? You don't need the entire full gist. You could just read the summary of what you did, or maybe certain people you recommend that they check their page for guidelines or something. So, how did you do it?
Okay. I think, especially for the UK, it's pretty much very easy for you to get admissions from universities, especially for conversion project programs. Sorry, um, it's just about going using your Google and then searching the university, or if you have anyone in mind, you search, or if you don't have, you can just search the course that you want and then say maybe uh, courses doing masters conversion project programs in data science in the UK. So gonna bring you a lot of universities that are available, and then it takes you to apply for the particular school. You can apply to so many schools. There is no limit, and then for UK, you don't pay application fee, unlike Canada and some universities in US, where you have to pay each university. You have to pay an application fee before you'll be able to get admission, right? So UK, you can, like, when I came for my masters, I had like 5 admissions, so I had to check. In fact, even when I had started my process, I was still getting offers. And there was one that I felt so bad that I had started already in in my university. I felt like I wish I had this offer before I paid my fees. So there are so many offers you get for admission, especially if you have good results. And yeah, and then your personal statement is very good. A lot of times what they look out for is your personal statement, so you'll be able to structure it very well to put in some key aspects of what's your motivation in the field and what you think you will be able to add to the knowledge in that field or area, or in the university as a whole. So pretty much that's it. Apply to the university you want, and then it's quite expensive. But again, there is so many offers for scholarships. So you could take advantage of that. Like my university was giving about 10,000 pounds scholarship, and also giving 50% discount scholarship. So especially for people in STEM courses like data science, cyber security, software development, and game development, and so many other things. So they give you 50% discount and give you sometimes 10,000 scholarship. Especially if you're a lady, I think you stand a better chance coming into the tech field, because you have loads and loads and loads of scholarships available for females in the tech sector, in STEM courses. So you take advantage of that. If money is your constraint, you go check for scholarships. There are so many ones. There's so many links online. You could also check them and see. Visit the school website themselves to know of available of scholarship offers in the university. So that's about that. But if you have money and you have the funding, then you can just go ahead and apply, pay your deposit. A lot of schools now will tell you to pay around 4 or 5 thousand for deposit, £4,000 for deposit. Then they will give you a card that is confirmation of our acceptance of our admission, where you will be able to use that to apply for your visa, and that's it. But if you want to use an agent, it's also good for you. You can always contact some reliable agents that will help you with the entire process. But I think the process is something you can do on your own with your laptop and internet. So that's that's it. A lot of people don't get access to or don't have options because they don't get information. So I think the scholarship, there are so many scholarships available that you can take advantage of. So many actually. So it just takes about you searching the universities and checking the offers that they give, and you'll be a step forward. When I came, we are having things like CBN Form A, right? But now I don't think it's available. And even then, I didn't take the offer because it takes too long for them to process it, and I lost two admissions because of that. So I had to source my FX from black markets then, like the parallel markets that you call it, black markets. Yeah. And it was quite expensive, I must say. And right now that the pound is escalating, like it's going like wide wind. So imagine paying around 4,000 for your deposits. That would be around 1,950 or 1,850 times 4,000, and then your entire tuition is around maybe 17, 18,000 for the cheapest university. It's something that you have to you have to plan very well to come, and but you can take the scholarship offers. Like we try to search for scholarships, and that would be a good one for you.
All right, thank you so much for that. I personally have learned so much just listening to you. I wish this session could continue because I have loads of questions, but we have a limit of what
Hour.
we can discuss. So there's a question for you
Yeah.
from Odina. Is there anything you know now that you wish you knew while starting out in data science? So over to
Ah,
you.
that's very interesting question. Okay. I would say I wish I knew the limitless opportunities that are available in the field. I would have started earlier, because it would have given me a better edge in the field. Like, right. So a lot of people don't know how much they can apply their data science skills, because the opportunities are actually limitless. So if we had this knowledge a long time, we would have been able to like get into the field earlier. And that's why I said earlier that the best time to build to plant a tree is 5 years, and then the next best time is now. So I want to encourage everybody to start now. Don't start and then don't come in the next 2 years and which you are started in the last 2 years. Start now. Start it. Just get it done. Start something.
All right, thank you so much. I'm trying to check comments if we have another question. I think that's all for now. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate.
My pleasure.
Please, if you are not following Koblo, Please follow him on LinkedIn. His name is Koblo Usani, and he's a professional data scientist with 7 years of experience in the tech space. So please, definitely you're going
That's
to be learning a lot from his page, because I know from last month that we met, you've been putting out and churning out very insightful content around data science, different things people need to know, how to start, what skill, and you've been giving very detailed explanation. So please, if you are an aspiring data scientist or a data enthusiast, Koblo's page is a place to be. Please follow him on LinkedIn. All right, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you.
thank
And so we have come to the end of this live session. All right, everyone. Any last word for your audience before we call it a day?
All right. Thank you first and foremost, Omalade. I really appreciate the opportunity for talking to you. And I pray that we have more future collaborations in the future, right? And then for our
Amen.
audience, I encourage you to just start. Don't allow procrastination to steal what you'll be able to use in the future for benefit. Just start something today and be consistent in it. It's very difficult, really. It's very hard, really, but with everyday practice, I think it makes the journey easier and it makes it more enjoyable as we go along. So I want to encourage you to keep doing it, keep learning, collaborate, try any opportunities to network people with like minds, follow people with like minds, and that's really where you can. When you are in the community, it makes it easy for you to stay there. It gives you something to come back on. But if you are far away, then it's gonna be very difficult for you. So stay connected, and I wish you all the best in all your endeavors and career journeys.
All right, thank you. So bye, everyone. See you some other time.
Bye.
Watch out for the next edition of Let's Talk About. It could be anything next time. It could be data. It could be something else. But let's talk about something. All right. Bye bye.
Bye.